Welcome back, everyone, from the break. We're now here in game number 2 of your winner bracket semifinal number 1 match here, where we have TokyoRevengers on the Legion side now, taking on once again Junior here on the Hellborn side. I'm once again your main shoutcaster, What You Got, and I'll be rejoined here by my trusty sidekick and co-caster, Volka from France, the one and only. Welcome back for another
everyone.
one, Volka.
Hello, you.
Volka, what's your favorite French food?
Oh,
Tell all the viewers what's your favorite thing to eat from your country.
man, actually,
I'm putting you on the spot here. You probably didn't expect that one to come out, huh?
yeah, because I don't really like specialties like snail and stuff. I don't really, I'm not the typical.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't really know.
Is it I don't know. I couldn't even think of something to suggest. I was gonna be like, is it this? And then I just can't think of anything.
I think there's many French dishes, but I don't know the.
Okay, all right. Let's get back to HoN. Let's get back to HoN. So, the bands, I think, look exactly the same from last game. I don't believe anything has changed. And then we once again have a Bubbles first pick. So this time, Bubbles will go to Junior instead of TokyoRevengers, since they had the first pick last time.
And you can see that Legion banned Soul Reaper. So do they want Armadan?
No, I believe Soul Reaper gets banned or picked pretty much every game. It's pretty up there with the bans.
Because it's really good against Armadan, right? So
yeah. So you're thinking we'll see another Armadan pick this game?
I mean, I got the Bushwhack.
It's a first pick Bushwhack and then Andromeda. So Bushwhack didn't make it into last game. He got banned, I think, in the second banning wave, but he's getting picked up here in the first round. So I think that's always a pretty reasonable pick. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went for like a Chronos or something, because they're probably not going to get their hands on it later on. I'm trying to think, like, is there any other like good carries or counters you would think like could come out to combat the Bushwhack specifically?
Chronos?
Yeah, of course. Other than Chronos.
No, I think I really think Nikronos can deal with Bushwhack, like.
Okay.
Or maybe like Moon Queen, of course. If Moon Queen is super farm, maybe she can clean the rest.
So I don't know if you saw, but there was actually a balance patch note that was dropped, I think, yesterday on the Discord. So we're actually going to be having a pretty big patch coming up. I think the beginning of next week it's scheduled for. Have you gotten a chance to look at that?
No, I did not.
Okay, so there are going to be some Bushwhack nerfs. Clap.
Nah,
clap. I'm tired of this freaking hero, man. Get it out of here. I'm tired of seeing Bushwhack. Oh man. But yeah, there's a pretty big patch scheduled. So if you guys in chat were not aware, make sure you go over to the Project Concord Discord and check out the announcements section, or I believe it's in there. You can check out the notes for what's going to be coming to the game very soon. So back to the game, though, we have a Fade and a Polywog Priest pickup. So we have not really seen a whole lot of Fade, but I could definitely see this hero being quite good as like a roamer, being kind of disruptive, like early and mid game. Like once he starts getting some levels going, probably not in like the super early game, but more so like level 6 and beyond.
And so where do they lane Poly? Because Poly used to be middle in UNA.
It's usually position 5. They run hard support Polywog.
Oh, isn't that super weak?
It is, but you have to also keep in mind that this is casual and the levels come in rather easily. So similarly to how they had a Witch Slayer last game, they played more or less the same way. It can do bad early game. It could feed like a little bit, but once it gets levels and gets a PK, it's very strong for like initiating. Usually they pick it up in response to like the Bubbles and the Magnuses and all these like slippery heroes that they like to run Geomancer a lot, but As you can see, they ban that hero almost every second banning phase. So these heroes that are like really hard to catch and stuff, they like to run the Witch Slayers and the Polys to pick them off. So I'm a bit interested why they picked the Poly here, because it was going up against a Bushwhack and an Andro. You can just swap out of like a Ward Trap, for example. Might not be the absolute best, but they still wanted to pick it up here. And they're also going to follow it up with an Adrenaline, which you have not seen any Adrenaline yet, but this is typically more of like a position 3 Adrenaline. They play it as like a... Similarly to like how an Armadon plays, they build him tanky, like with Shamans.
Okay.
They don't build like semi-carry Adrenaline. They build like frontliner Adrenaline. Goes in and tanks and stuff. So, looking from their picks as they now finish it off with a Swiftblade, which I don't know if I necessarily like that against the Bushwhack. I think we're going to see like a Adrenaline with a Fade like Boots roaming long lane, and then the Poly with the Swift top, and then the Bubbles mid. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Will happen for Junior.
What's the idea about the Bramble? It's because of the bubbles? They want something that you cannot escape, stuff like that, or?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It's the first time I'm seeing the Bramble pick, but I would imagine they want the Restrain against the Bubbles and the Adrenaline. Maybe the Bramble came out before the Adrenaline, though, right?
Yeah. They picked it up before the Adrenaline, but
so
yeah.
Maybe they felt like it's a good way of dealing with the Bubbles, so he can't Shell Surf away. But other than that, I'm not too sure. And then they're going to pick up Magnus and Hellbringer on top of the rest of their lineup here. So take me through the 2 lineups. What do you think?
I root for Legion this one.
You root for the Bushwhack pickers.
Yeah,
of
and
course.
the Elbone team. I don't know. The Elbone team is so weird to me. It's
it's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm seeing here as well is like typically when you have an Adrenaline pickup, you want to take use of that Death's Halo ultimate. You want to have like a lot of AoE teamfight around this hero. And I'm not really seeing the synergy with their picks. They have like a lot of single target gank with the Poly and the Fade. Like, yes, they can throw Voodoo Wards inside the arena and they can do some good damage. But like Bubbles, yeah, it's okay. It's not the best. It's kind of like an overlap in role in my opinion. It like goes in, locks people down. But it's not like, it's not like a Wretched Hag ultimate, or it's not like some big AoE hero that just comes in and does massive damage. I'm not really seeing the synergy here. And then their carry as well as a Swiftblade, who's mainly sitting on like one target at a time. So personally, I'm not really like a fan of how this Adrenaline lineup is like shaped up. And so in that regard, I think the Legion's lineup makes a little bit more sense.
Do they want to keep Bushwhack in place, like with the bubbles and the Adrenaline ulti?
Probably. Maybe they feel like he can't get swapped out of the arena, so in that regard, it's going to be like kind of useful. But then you're just kind of setting up everybody for like a huge Malphus counter initiation into like Magnus Stun. Like I almost feel like the AoE will benefit the Legion side more, like once they get the spells casted.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But we see a Bramble with a Magnus Boots dual offlane, and then very similarly for Hellborn, they have the Adrenaline with the Boots Fade. So they like to, remember I was telling you, they like to run these like second support roamers that just start like dual off, but don't really necessarily lane there. And then bottom lane, they have an Andromeda Bushwhack going up against the Adrenaline. You feel like that lane will just be able to handle the Adrenaline?
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, I think so as well. I don't think Adrenaline Fade really screams too much aggression. So I don't know if they're going to achieve a whole lot down here. Bushwhack will most likely free farm, I would imagine. And then top lane Swiftblade Poly against Bramble Magnus. I would say they have more kill potential here because the Magnus stun getting Bramble on top of the Poly, he can never like grip the Bramble because he'll just get damaged and stunned. But they might be able to kill later on with the spin, perhaps.
And Poly started with his Q, which is funny.
That's a little bit more harass damage. What would you rather see in the Tongue Tie?
I mean, he's against 2, so since Magnus is there, Tongue Tie will not do much, obviously. And Morph
they get level 2 first, so Poly's now got... He actually went his Morph level 2, interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, what about mid lane? Hellbringer versus Bubbles. Neither with a hatchet, so Again, that's pretty normal, I would say. Bubbles take covering the demonic wave. Really nice job by him to avoid that. Bottom lane, Adrenaline takes a lot of pressure here. Bushwhack doesn't have another slow up yet, can't jump either. Auto attacks are not going to necessarily be enough. There's a Burning Shadow stun on the Fade. He's doing some body blocks. Oh, he actually sidesteps through the Fade, who had stun, by the way, so he chose not to cast it there. Bushwhack with the Marchers picked up. He'll get the Bloodlust kill. Now he's up to 470 gold, 490 gold per minute already with the last hit there. So yeah, what do you think about mid lane, Hellbringer versus Bubbles?
Even matchup, I guess, no?
Okay. Oh. Even matchup. How's the creep farm going? 8 and 2 Bubbles against a 11 and 6 Hellbringer. So Hellbringer's got 6 denies. They get 7. Not gonna stop the XP, but gonna deny the gold.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually weird to deny the creep without like having the advantage of the XP.
Mm-hmm.
Like. Because in that case, you don't have to deny it, actually. You just have to make sure you fuck up his last hit, right?
Yeah, that is true. And they're doing some pressure on Adrenaline bot lane. Magnus in the area mid lane. Let's see if he maybe... I don't know, it's very hard to kill the Bubbles, I would say.
Yeah.
Probably not until Hellbringer's level 6. Which is getting kind of close to. So Bramble is on 9 and 0 against an 18 and 3 Switchblade, and then Bushwhack 16 and 2 against a actually 12 and 0 Adrenaline. He's doing much better than I expected him to be doing down here.
He's doing good, man. He's only got 4 kills. Yeah, he's actually doing 4 kills away from less than Bushwhack. He's actually doing good.
Fade is up here now, top lane. He could have maybe went on the Bramble there. Didn't spot him, I think, initially. And then Magnus will just rotate back down to the top river to maybe camp this top rune, but he's deciding to run mid lane. He's running all the way bottom. They want to try to kill this Bubbles. A huge take cover on the Malphus. Great timing there as he avoids death. I mean, that probably would have been a stun into Andromeda Comet Stun chain. And then he probably would have died just almost straight up from the damage.
For sure.
And now Fade's coming in, Kelfield with the Illusion Rune activated. This is so unfortunate because now Hellbringer is going to die, all because of that interaction at the bot river where they missed the kill attempt. Good body blocks coming in from the Malphus. Magnus comes in, and they're actually going to kill the Bubbles. That I was not expecting there to be a counter kill there as well. So even though Hellbringer is dead, some action life after death coming in with the Balrog.
Yeah,
the big green demon.
Auto attack. Okay.
So we have a slight gold lead for Legion. A slight experience lead for Hellborn. Again, still very early on here at 5 minutes. Bushwhack and Hellbringer are the 2 top GPMs in the game. So even though he did die, he is still 445 gold per minute on the Hellbringer. He's doing really well. We forgot to sync this game. Let's do a quick sync. Alright, so I'm at 5, 19, 20, 21,
perfect.
22, 23, 24,
perfect.
25. Are you good, Paradise? 27, 28, 29. Alright, we're all synced up. Perfect. Bottom lane, we have a kill here on the Adrenaline. That's a 3-man dive coming in from the Magnus.
Even though Magnus missed the stun, so...
Oh, he missed the stun? Okay, so... He did get an assist, though, so he got some damage in, nonetheless.
Oh, Bramble top lane.
Alright. He's probably dead here. He's all by himself. And there's a Fade coming in from the back as well. They're trying to give the kill over to the Swift. They all stop hitting. And Swiftblade will get the kill. Okay. Magnus is in position here for another dive at the bot lane. They want to, I guess, secure this tower.
Wait, there is a hill, or can you run there? No, there is a cliff, right?
Oh, you mean like from the left of the tower?
Yeah.
No, he has to run around this tree line. Yeah, they're gonna dive and kill the Adrenaline. They're gonna force mass TPs. Fade catches the Andromeda. Meanwhile, they're going on the Magnus. Finn will take him out. Swipplay gets a kill. Kelfield comes in now, so this is all 4 other players here for Junior. Hellbringer Malphus comes out though, causing disruption. They're going to bring down the bubbles. Now they're also going to kill the Fade. The Andromeda is on the run. Swipplay trying to pick a target. He has another Blade Frenzy up. He's going to go for a kill. He might die though, as he's still taking right-click pressure from the Hellbringer, and Hellbringer picks up a hat trick. Pollywog is now very low with the Soul Trap on him, and this could be a quad kill. The auto attacks are coming in. Malphus tanking the tower. One more hit, and the dive will be successful. It is a quad kill coming out for Hellbringer, who is all of a sudden 610 gold per minute. Adrenaline tried to pull him there with the Ember Shard and stop his TP, but he just couldn't get the distance to break it in time. And Hellbringer walks away with a pretty big smile on his face, I would say, Volka.
Yeah, of course, man. He's no 600 GPM almost. Oh, yeah. It goes fast, man, on this mod.
Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah. So Bushwhack got his Hungry Spirit picked up. Brass Knuckles as well. I'm expecting to see the Elder Parasite, which is what they typically like to do. The Elder into Shrunken.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, we got Switchblade with the Sustainer pickup. It's probably going to go for the Rune Cleaver. So, in the next couple of minutes, we might be expecting a Kongor attempt here from Legion. They can get Bushwhack this tower and maybe a little bit more momentum here in the next few minutes. They could get an early token of life. Tower will fall here. This is actually, I believe, the first tower kill of the game. Here at the 820 mark. Holly is level 6, but didn't spec his Voodoo Wards. I find that very interesting. I don't know if that was a misclick or what, but he went 2-2-2 skill build. I feel like that's an accident.
Yeah, that's reportable for sure, man.
I think that I have to think that that was a misclick, because now he's level 7 and he spec the ultimate. Yeah. So he probably just misskilled there. Bramble is coming in with a Spore Breath. Not going to line up a Vine Wall. Voodoo Wards are down though. Misses the Ward Trap. But here comes the Bramble Vine Wall. He's going to go for the TP on out. Here comes Swap though from Andromeda. Stops the TP. And now Swipplay could be in some trouble. Comet Stun comes out. Bramble, and there is mass TP support coming in. Bushwhack and Hellbringer, who has a haste, by the way. He wants blood. Doesn't have a Malphus for 12 seconds. He's going to go for the Juke here. Great Juke coming in from Pollywog Priest to avoid I would say most likely going to be a death there if he got caught. So he did a very good juke.
And Swipblade needs to care, because this game he can easily get catch, even though if he's using spin. Like
Hellbringer ulti.
Hellbringer ulti. So they got two tools to...
There's a fight mid lane, by the way. Halo is out. Here comes a counter Malphus, though. The Burning Shadow stun does wear off, and now Adrenaline and Magnus going at it. Bramble gets morphed here by the Pollywog Priest, but Adrenaline is going to fall as Bushwhack is here with the Elder Parasite pushing forward. Wants to go for a kill here on the Pollywog Priest. Auto attacking, getting vision with the sidestep, and now here comes Faye with the counter stun on the Magnus. Can he bring him down though in time? Steambath comes out and he's going to survive. Bubbles though is not going to survive, and it's a hat trick coming off for the Bushwhack. He wants more blood, baby. There is a reflection up on the Fabe. Are they going to force him to use it? It doesn't matter. He uses it, but he gets sighted anyway, and it's another quad kill for TK now, this time going to the Bushwhack, and that is very bad news for Junior, because now they are going for another tower push, and Bushwhack getting very close to that level 11 mark, where he can go in and solo the Kongor. Yeah, you're saying he was fine if he used ulti earlier?
Yeah, instantly, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He used it after getting hit by Bushwhack, so...
Yeah, it was a little greedy there and didn't want to use it right away, so he got sighted and revealed by the Bushwhack.
Yeah, exactly.
Which meant the reflection did not do anything. So we have a 5k gold lead and a 4,700 experience lead. And a big part of that is the 2 GPMs of Hellbringer and Bushwhack, both over 600. The Bubbles and the Switchblade, they're honestly not doing that bad, but they just, with a couple of deaths, their GPM kind of came to a halt. We have Switchblade nearing 500 as he hits that mark just now. Ward Trap comes out top lane on the Bramble. He cannot get out of that. He has the Shrubbery though. He's tanking a lot of damage, so it's taking them a long time to deal with him. He gets pulled back as he actually got out of the Ward Trap and avoided the Vine Wall, walled them off with his own Vine Wall, but got pulled over it real quickly. Fade now with a reflection. scouting the Andromeda and the Bushwhack. I believe he sees in the pit here. We'll see if they can look to go for a steal here. Bubbles is making his way over. They need to time this correctly, though, as there is a ward of sight placed by the Magnus on the high ground. They both see each other. Bubbles is going to maybe go for the steal here. They're stopping. Here comes the swap. He goes in. Can he get the steal? He gets it with the silence. Who gets the token to life, though? It is going to go to Bushwhack. So Bushwhack has the token. Fade is going to go down as well. So it comes at 2 kills of a cost. And they did steal the kill and the gold, but they did not get the token. It goes to the Bushwhack.
So on these games, you're not getting buffs from killing Conquerors, right?
No, there's no buffs.
So it's not worth it to rest it the Kong if you're not getting a token, right?
Well, outside of getting gold to your team, you probably want to steal the actual token versus getting the last hit, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can tell there, they knew Bubbles was on the high ground. They stopped auto-attacking for like a couple of seconds. But they'll be happy, I think, with getting the token. So we got the cleaver finished. It's going for what I believe will be a firebrand now. Bushwhack's getting close to finishing his Shrunken, needs about 1k. And once he has the Shrunken, it's going to be pretty hard for them to deal with him. Outside of like Swift Slashes, maybe it can do some good damage.
Yeah. They couldn't kill him before he got the Shrunken, so after it's gonna be even harder, so...
Yeah, he's 8-0, he hasn't even died this game.
Yeah.
There's the portal key pickup on Magnus. Hellbringer, by the way, has a Staff of the Master already. Kind of rushed it, went for the Striders, so he got the 13-minute, maybe even earlier Staff of the Master, thanks to that quad kill he got earlier. And they're just able to kind of choo-choo down the towers here. Ward of Revelation comes out mid lane. That should spot the Ward of Sight here. Yeah. That was placed by Andromeda. Good heads up, Rev Ward.
So they're speed pushing instead, which is fine.
Yeah, they're gonna get a tower in the bot lane and in the top lane, I believe. And we'll see if they try to pressure the base here. I believe Bushwhack bought his Shrunken, so it's being delivered now. They are porting to the top lane. Bushwhack and Hellbringer are still currently in the mid. Maybe they will regroup up in the top to try to push some more towers. They only have 2 outer towers remaining on Hellborn up there. Adrenaline currently in the bot lane, trying to split push some more. By the way, Fade has a Codex level 1. Kind of quietly, he's 300 GPM.
Yeah.
Same with the Polywog, but he hasn't been able to get his portal key yet. On 1100
the
gold.
Thing is, there is not many targets he can kill alone by himself. Maybe Magnus, but that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, and even Andromeda has an Astrolabe.
Yeah.
Almost 1200 life. It'd be pretty hard to burst him down in that stun window. It's like a 2.5 second stun. They're gonna get the tier 1 top tower now. Still, the lead is not like insurmountable. It's 4,000 gold as the Hellborn team cleans up the last tier 1 from the Legion side. Puts it back down to 4,000 gold and a 2,000 experience deficit.
Yeah, the game is weird because they look like, for me, Legion is like ahead by a lot, but actually it's only 4K.
But then the resources don't look very much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bubbles is only got the light brim, but he's trying to work toward his Grimoire. If Fade's setting up here, he might try to stop some TPs. He does get one. He gets the Andromeda. I don't think he can kill him though. He's gonna probably fall here. He stops the TP, but Bushwhack hadn't ported yet. He ends up sticking around in the area and gets the kill. Then he ports out. Volley will go for the ward trap on Andro. This should be a kill. Alright, he's gonna give him the old lickaroo. Make sure he gets the kill there. He actually escaped the ward trap at the end there. And say there's the Shaman's Headdress on the Adrenaline, so yeah. they don't play it like NAU where we go like snowball-y, second core style of Adrenaline.
I mean, we just don't play Adrenaline now.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, but when we did, it was like mostly what Dawnbringer builds and stuff, and like tanky build, like damage output builds.
Yeah, but this is pre-nerf. No, it was before the nerf. If I'm
probably Now it's like they just go barrier riddle on this guy.
Yeah.
And stuff. Ollie's about to have PK. Hits 3 gold. There it is. Should right click it. Gonna be a pretty big pickup for him. Bubbles needs Grimoire recipe.
Oh, fade.
He's scouting the way. He's got the level 2 reflection now. That's a bit longer. There are water revelations down here. He needs to be careful. He's trying to hide in the trees. Spots the Magnus out. I think he sees the Andromeda now as well. Should see everyone other than the Hellbringer who smoked up. And he's got 15 seconds left on this reflection. I don't think that they will look to engage here. He's just going to maybe cut the wave. But we're going to see the jump here on the Polywog from the Magnus. Bloodbath continuing for the Bushwhack. Doesn't have a token this time, but they're feeling comfortable to go high ground. There comes the Vine Wall down. A lot of pressure coming in on the tower. They're almost breaking this tower, by the way.
Yeah, he's got DD on Bushwhack, so...
Okay. Magnus jumps in with another stun, this time catching the Adrenaline. Huge damage, by the way. DD on the Bushwhack. And there's a Malphus in the background stopping the bubbles from going in and initiating. Fade is going to fall, and it's falling to pieces now for Junior because the Rexes are exposed. Switchblade is here now, looking to try to defend here as the Grimoire gets finished on the bubbles. They will retreat on the side of TokyoRevengers. Happy with the tower kill. They burned 3 ultimates, and Adrenaline guessing there with the Halo. Not going to connect, unfortunately. So they got what they came for. They got the tower. They burned some cooldowns. Got a couple of kills. Bushwhack getting caught now by the kill field. He breaks it, but he's got a haste rune, and he is just getting the luck of the runes right now. They're gonna lose the Magnus, who I would say more or less sacrificed himself there to keep Bushwhack alive, but he's gonna be up in 25 seconds anyway, so not gonna be too much of a concern, I think, for them.
Polywog is going on Andromeda.
Andromeda's getting trapped here. Once again, has a Void Talisman. Not going to help him against the Blade Frenzy Swiftblade. Maybe would have tried to go for a TP on out. As there wouldn't have really been a way to stop that, actually. Since Polly used all the disables, but... Blade Frenzy goes through Void Talisman. That will take him down. Hey, by the way, behind the tower here. I don't think he was spotted. He's giving pretty good information here. Should have the reflection up for just a little bit longer. It's going to wear off. He will get out. So Swiftblade goes for Frostburn. Now, what should he be looking to go for now? It's this like 3rd item.
I think he needs maybe Brutalizer, no? Something that can deal with Bushwhack if he competes or if he sits on him. I don't know.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. He's actually the same GPM as Bushwhack, so it's not like he's far. I mean, farm-wise, but...
And Bubbles is literally tied with Hellbringer as well.
Yeah, look at the gold lead. It's like the same. So... Yeah, they managed to...
And Swiftblade's even 2 levels higher. He's got the level 3 ultimate.
They've got towers too. They managed to push.
I'm noticing that the Legion, they like to group together a lot more, which is why Hellborn's got a bigger experience lead. And I think that's mainly due to the Fade, but it's interesting because they can't really die solo to the Fade either on most of their heroes. But this is another DD Bushwhack. He's got a Shieldbreaker level 1 picked up. He's got DD for 35 more seconds, and this is going to be a ranged Rax dead. TPs are coming in mid lane. Malphus comes out onto the Adrenaline and the Fade, as Magnus was here as well for an initiation. Spore Breath will stun up the Adrenaline. He's going to get Magnus Lava Surged again. They're going to get 2 kills. Meanwhile, at the Hellborn base, Bushwhack gets a kill, but it's going to come at his life. Taking out the Polywog. He gets caught here, I believe, by the bubbles. And Shrunken Head was down. Swiftblade slashes were used, so they burned a lot to kill the Bushwhack, but it ends up being 1,341 gold Volca over to the Swiftblade. He's now got almost 5,000 gold. So they did lose a ranged Rax, but Swiftblade continues to kind of pull ahead of the Bush.
Yeah.
So did he buy it? What did he buy?
He bought the 3K part, the agility.
Okay, the dancing blade. So you
I
think
don't know if
this will
that's
be a
useful.
wing bow?
I don't know. Actually, on Blade it can be Gunjiro, so. But do
Right.
you want Gunjiro against the Bushwhack? Or do you?
Probably not, even though it's a great item on the Swift Blade.
And they're looking to do Congar.
Okay, I mean, this is, I mean, Bushwhack is alive, actually. I'm amazed by how fast he spawns. Can they get here in time to stop this token? I actually think that they can. Now, the issue is they're not going to have Vine Wall or Malphus, so Hellbringer, I don't know how useful he's going to be right now without the ultimate up. And Fade is scouting the way. There's a Bound I picked up on the Andromeda. Resto Stone just got finished by Hellbringer, but Fade is catching him in the background. I don't think he has enough damage to solo kill him. He's trying.
Oh, man,
Very low. Meanwhile, in the Kong area, Bushwhack is going to take out the Adrenaline, and he's going to take out the Polywog Priest. So yeah, I didn't see it, but I can imagine the Shieldbreaker level 2 with the Elder Parasite, the right clicks coming in. And Swiftblade, he is just not interested in joining this at any point anymore because, well, he doesn't have slashes, but also his teammates have all died around him. Bubbles is trying to counter push the mid lane, be disruptive. He's going to head over to the top part of the map now, continue to split. But they're going to get the token on the Bushwhack. And that was a relatively easy defense coming out from TokyoRevengers. I gotta say, I thought the Hellborn side would put up a much better fight than that. But I suppose once the Bushwhack has the Shrunken on, they don't really have a whole lot to deal with him, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Bushwhack is the only one that who is doing damage. So.
Think they need a Bola on someone?
Well, yeah, Bola is always good against the Bushwhack.
So who should be the one to buy the Bola? Should it just be the Swiftblade?
I guess, but it can be also the Adrenaline. I don't know if he wants Bola though, but...
Initiation not happening here. They're going for the tower. I mean, this is a level 3 Shieldbreaker melting the Rexes. The minus armor kicking in. They take out the tower, and now the range Rex under fire. And Junior needs to make a decision here. Fade in the background, getting caught by the Bound Eye. Isn't able to get an initiation off. Didn't get a stun or anything. Now Polywog getting dove. Does pop the Voodoo Wards, but this is a disaster here. Hellbringer all comes down in the background, and they're gonna take out both the Swift. They're gonna take out the Swiftblade as well. Couldn't get the Swift Slashes off because the Blade Frenzy was going, and there is no buybacks on anyone. I think this might have just did it. They might be able to get full megas from this.
Yeah, and he's got
the Malphus
and Hellbringer because he's got Refresher, so.
Yeah, he's still got the Resto Stone second ulti ready to go. So even if they respawn here and come again. They still have token on Bushwhack for 1 minute and 7 seconds. They're just gonna head the rest of the team up to the top lane with the Malphus tanking. I think this is gonna be Megas.
Yeah, that's Megas.
They're gonna maybe kill the token here. The Bushwhack gets jumped. They don't kill him actually, they leave him alive. He's on 1 life. Are they gonna really leave him for 45 seconds on 1 HP? I don't think you can do it. Yeah, the base is taking too much damage. They're gonna almost break the tier 3 tower up here in the top lane, and now the last Rax is gonna be exposed. Good stun from the Magnus. Second Malphus comes out onto the bubbles. Void Talisman is not gonna be used here. He ports into the background. Andromeda did use her swap already. No, she did not actually. A Swiftblade. He's trying to do what he can. He's getting forced back by the Malphus.
The blade is getting destroyed by the Malphus.
Yeah, and he still has slashes ready to go, but I mean, like, where's a good target to use them? Not on this solo Bramble, right? He's just gonna right-click him down. Eruption in the background on the Poly. They did take out... was that Android? Wait, did Android drop her? No, she gave the item Magnus. Anyway, there's an eye on Swiftblade now. Not sure who dropped it. Maybe it was an eye on Polywog, actually.
Yeah, I think.
But they got the melee racks, by the way, so there's literally 1 ranged racks left up in the Hellborn's base. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think there's any way that they can hold this last racks from dying. I will be very surprised if they could come back from 2.5 racks down without having any themselves.
I'm surprised
ending some miraculous comeback.
They never CC, right?
They do sometimes, but usually no. I would say they keep playing.
I mean, I guess it's still winnable. Like, you just have to win some fights.
Oh, for sure. The game's not over yet, but I would be very surprised if they're able to turn this one around. Double Malphus is up in 20 seconds, so they just need to kind of be a little patient here. So Hellbringer doesn't have to use his Resto Stone 15 seconds early. And Swipblade just bought an Elder Parasite, so he's buying kind of like the cheaper items to just kind of bulk up his DPS right now. Not where you really want to be. Andrew's going to swap aggressively onto the Adrenaline. Adrenaline was just kind of hanging in the area, like, off by himself.
Man,
I don't know if that was kind of like a little lapse there. Not really paying attention to his teammates' positioning, but that's a good swap coming in from the Andro. They're going on the Swipblade here. Stormspear comes out. Polly going to counter jump, but there's the Malphus breaking the channel. And Swipblade going to spin and run away. Polly is going to go down first. Shrunken activated by the Bushwhack. And now Andro in the background catching the Swipblade. Counterattack is used. Magnus gets stunned up by the Fade, and the Bushwhack gets melted. Swift Flashes come out. Second Malphus, though. Is it going to be able to deal with the Swiftblade? It looks like it will. Fade also getting Demonic waved up. He is probably going to fall here. So even though they got the Bushwhack kill, he's going to buy back. Same with the Magnus. They want to just end the game right now.
And there goes the
And it looks like the concede will come out. That will be game number 2 going to TokyoRevengers. And I believe we're tied up. 1 game apiece, so that means we are going to a third and final game here of our winner bracket semifinal number 1. So any final thoughts there on this one, Volka?
No, I knew it, man. I said Legion's gonna win. What
Caster always knows best. All right.